Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our new product launch party day. I am excited to share 4 different projects with you today. We're going to explore some of the new products from our annual catalog, and we just had a large release of May online exclusives also, so there's lots to share. This is the first official post of today. I had one go up earlier about the party and about party points. For about the last 10 days, I've only been at my house to sleep and make meals. So this is really my first day at home in quite a while. And usually if you are joining me from my business page or my group, usually on Thursdays, I go live at noon Arizona time and share a card class with you. But today I am substituting that in this group and doing my 4 projects instead. Maybe you are watching on YouTube, and so welcome, or maybe you've just been a part of this group, and so you are joining in to see the new products. So any way that you are joining, I am happy you are here. I see Karen is joining me live. That's awesome. Good morning, Karen. Hopefully you are not skipping out on work. Maybe you are, so we won't say that too loud, but thank you for joining me live. So my first project today is going to feature our new in colors, and if you have seen them, I don't know how you feel about them, but I love them. And this is a card that I did with my team a few weeks ago. Because I haven't had time to get anything else ready yet. I'm going to be crafting all day along with you. And so Karen has probably already seen this card, but it's a good one. So today, if you watch all the videos and you like the projects, the ordering special for this party is going to go now through Tuesday. And if you, Karen says she is watching during work, so everyone, if you place an order with me now through Tuesday and your order is more than $50, I'm going to send you a card kit for the 4 cards that we make today. And my goal with these cards is to just get a lot of new product in your hands for you to try out. There's not going to be a ton of stamping. I'm going to try and keep it mostly to sentiments. So you can substitute other sentiments, but you'll get to try out new papers, new die cuts, and I'm going to use our new in color pearls. So if you want to use the same embellishment as me, you can add these to your order. I don't have any ribbon on this first card. You know what? We'll see how the day progresses because I don't have the other cards done yet. If I use ribbon, you can just substitute whatever ribbons you want. So the card kits are meant to help you try out new product. So when you place an order of more than $50, you'll get a card kit to make the 4 cards today. If your order is over $75, you're going to get extra party points. And I also have, they're not brand new they are brand new packages of embellishments. They're not brand new products, but I do have a number of unopened, unused embellishments from the past. And so if you spend over $75, I'm going to include one of those in your package also. I will have a post about that and a shopping link. There's no more host codes, which is nice. So you just have to make sure that you are shopping with me. And then you will also earn Stampin' rewards, which is awesome. So at $50, you get $5 in rewards to spend on your next order, which is awesome. It's 10% back if your order is over $20. So that's a lot of fun. I've been using that feature quite often and getting a little bit off of every order, but you can also save them and bank them up for something larger. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera down. We're just going to take a quick peek at the annual catalog and then get to our project. So here is our brand new catalog that just launched on Tuesday. If you do not have a paper copy, you are able to view it online, and I believe you can add a copy to your order as well. And that's probably the cheapest way to do it. We also have a number of online exclusive products that just launched, and those you won't see in a catalog, but you can shop for them in the online store. There's a whole category for online exclusives, but there are a couple things that I really love about this catalog, so we're just going to do a very quick walkthrough. They've added some new interactive pages like this. Find your reason to craft, and it gives you ideas, which is so much fun. Our step-by-step crafting includes all of our kits and our ephemera packs. This is one of the new kits that just launched on Tuesday also. Isn't it beautiful? I love the blues. The other one's not pictured here, but the other one that launched on Tuesday is super cute also. This one has not launched yet. Maybe this will be next month, but isn't this one adorable? I think that's so much fun. And then we have some scrapbooking workshop kits. If you are a scrapbooker, even if you're not, if you want to be a scrapbooker, our scrapbooking workshop kits are awesome because they come with cutting instructions and all of the supplies. So you just have to cut and assemble and then add your pictures. And I love that. So we have a few new scrapbooking workshop kits. I ordered a couple yesterday and I'm excited to put them together. Here's another one of those interactive pages. You can make your own color combos. We have our ephemera packs and some card bases and envelopes. I love this feature that we've had in our last few catalogs with the card sketches and tag sketches. There are some scrapbooking sketches in this one too. I think those are farther back. Oh, nope, here they are. Scrapbooking templates. I'm definitely going to take advantage of those because I'm just getting back into scrapbooking. Memories and more, so you can use these for scrapbooking or quick and easy cards. I love the color combination and the watercolor look of those. Okay, I'm just going to briefly mention this because I'm sure you've seen this in other places, but Cloud Cover is one of our new in colors, and there have been some issues with our big foam ink pads, the ones that look like this, where the color is sometimes changing just a little bit after a while. So Stampin' Up! Has decided that they're not going to offer the regular size ink pad in Cloud Cover because it's just not up to their quality standards. And I have heard from team members who attended our convention in March. They got to try some of them and they agreed it's not quite up to Stampin' Up! Standards. But you can still get the color in a couple of ways. It is included in this collection of ink spots, which are like the smaller square ink pads. These have a felt pad, and the ink is fine in the felt pad. So you can get it here, or we also offer uninked Stampin' spots, so they're the same little square size, and you can use the ink refill on those. We also, of course, have our other Cloud Cover products, the Stampin' Blends markers, the cardstock, two-tone cardstock. What I did is I used our Stampin' Write markers and colored with the Stampin' Write markers on a clear block, and then you can watercolor with the ink that way. You can do that with the ink refill too. So you can still get Cloud Cover, it's just not going to be offered in the big ink pad. So I wanted to point out this collection of the Stampin' spots because that might be an option for you if you want that color. And it is a gorgeous color. Okay, there's stamp sets, of course. I think, well, this one coordinates. The only product that was not available at the launch time is our 1 7/8 circle punch. It's expected back in at the end of May. Well, I guess in for the first time, not back in. But that was the only product. I didn't check our inventory list this morning, but yesterday everything was still in stock. We've got our sweet collections. There are some beautiful ones. I'm just flipping through real fast. We're going to use this on our next project, I think. I love the turtly cute stuff. Beautiful Gallery has been popular among demonstrators. That's a really pretty one. This one we didn't have on our pre-order, but I love the story behind this. If you look at the catalog, I think it explains a little bit about it. Yeah, what's kintsugi is maybe how you say that. I don't know. I could be wrong. So you can read about that. It's really cool. And the boho vibes also. I love rainbows, so this was on my first order. Can't wait to play with that one. We've got more memory keeping options for scrapbooking. These coordinate with some of the scrapbooking workshop kits, but there's extra stamp sets with larger sentiments that are meant for scrapbooking. So much fun. We now offer 2 scrapbooking albums. So there is a top load. No, wait, these are the protectors. There is a post album and a D-ring album. I have heard from some of our veteran scrapbookers, the D-ring albums are great for when you're still working on putting your album together, because you can move the pages around easier. And then once you have it all in the order you want, you can put it in a post album. Those make it a little harder to move the pages around, but they are nice. So this is what the edge of that one looks like. They both cost the same, $43. And the protectors will work in both, I believe. No, strap side. Okay, let me correct myself, because I haven't read about this for a long time. I believe the strap side load memory protectors we are offering, because you can buy scrapbook albums in other places that are the strap. We don't offer that though, so I believe you would want these. You get 25 protectors for $30. Okay, this page is all of our two-tone cardstock, and it is offered in all of our colors now, which is awesome. Then we've got our bundles. There are some fun new ones there. This is a cool product. This is a very large washi tape that you can cut out the images with this die. So that is unique. I am going to have to see some projects on that, I think. Yep, Karen says the 1 7/8 inch circle punch is expected the week of May 26th. Yep, the end of May. So that was on my shopping list, but I'm going to have to wait. Check out this large bundle. It is a bundle of 2 die sets. This is one you might want to save your Stampin' Rewards for, because it is a bit pricier, but check this out. 20 banner dies come in this, and 36 dies in the alphabet set, and they're large. That one is on my wish list too. Then we've got some stamp sets. These are kind of cool right here. They are background stamps, or you can put them together or take the pieces apart and stamp separately, which is a lot of fun. That's something new that we haven't had before. A few more stamp sets. These are some returning favorites. I believe there are other things that are just online now that haven't retired. You can just check out in the online store that are still carried over but not in the catalog. I love this Q&A page. That's kind of fun. We've got our punches, all our die sets, embossing folders, adhesives, and I like how they've gone back to this. They have all the papers together again, which is nice. We see some that have carried over, and then the new ones, all of our Color Family Designer Series paper in 6x6 with the new patterns. I'm excited about those. We've got our envelopes. I like how they put all the embellishments again together. Ribbons, so you can get ribbon in all of our new in colors. Lots of fun. Some of our tools and specialty ink pads. And then, you know, there's just a lot of pages in here with inspiration and ideas. All of our color collections in the back, so you can order cardstock, ink pads, ink refills, Stampin' Blends, and two-tone cardstock. So lots and lots of pretty things. An ad for Paper Pumpkin and an index, which is very useful, as you all know. Okay, so that is just a very brief walkthrough of the catalog. You can look at it online. You can look at all the products online. And the first products that we're going to use today are actually part of the online exclusive release. This is a whole suite of products called the Floral Impressions, I believe. Let me check the Designer Series paper. Yep, Floral Impressions. We're actually not going to use the Designer Series paper on this card, but I'll show it to you anyways. The suite includes this bundle. Now, at first I was like, I don't need another flower set. I'm not going to get this one. But the dies are what sold me on this set. I love these oval. They're kind of oval, square ovals. And the flower dies are just really fun. So we're going to use those on our card today so you can see them. But of course we have the coordinating stamp set also. Then there is an embossing folder. This is another pretty one. And there is designer series paper. So let me take that out and show you. Like I said, I'm not using it on my card today, but it is part of the Suite collection if you want to order the whole thing. So very pretty florals. We've got Old Olive, kind of a stripy pattern. More flowers. The colors are just beautiful too. This is the new Strawberry Slush, so we've got some of the in colors in here. I love this one. It looks like sunflowers. I don't know that these are actually sunflowers, but that's what this reminds me of. Garden Green. Got more greenery on this one. This is that cloud cover. Okay, so, I mean, we might be sad there's not a full-size ink pad, but I do love this color. And I think this is my favorite pattern in this designer series paper. This one's kind of a rainbow look, so that's fun. Fresh Freesia, love that color too. Check out this rainbow of flowers. That is so pretty. I've seen some samples where they've done a slimline card, so you can get a little bit of all the colors. Super pretty. And then I believe this is Darling Duckling, which is another one of our new in colors. So you've got a lot of the in colors in this designer series paper. But today we are going to pair the new in colors with Basic Beige, which is a color that was introduced last year. And it is a very nice neutral. So this card I did not design myself. This one came from Rhonda Wade. And like I said, I used it with my team a few weeks ago to introduce the new in colors to them. And I just love this card so much. I thought, let's do that for our first card today because number one, I didn't have time to prepare another one yet. And number two, it is a great one because the only stamping we're doing is the sentiment. So you get to see how these dies work together. You get to check out the new in colors, and it's lots of fun. All right. We're going to start with a Basic Beige card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5. We're just going to fold that in half. And then I have a second piece of Basic Beige that is 3 3/4 by 5. And this one I embossed with that embossing folder. I should have taken down the name. It's Floral something, but I don't remember. Floral Sprig maybe. But it's part of the Floral Impressions suite. And we are just going to adhere that to our card base flat. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer. I like Stampin' Seal Plus. All right, so that gets laid down flat. I think I did it flat on my other card. Nope, I used dimensionals on my sample. So you can use dimensionals too, whichever way you want. I just couldn't remember. Now, the cool thing about the dies in this set is that the one cuts this outline and then you have your center. And then there's a second one that just cuts a solid image. And I wanted to cut both to show you. There is just a slight difference in the size. So the solid one is just a little bit bigger than the one that comes inside this outline. So they are different. They looked pretty similar, so I wanted to see if they were or not. But the solid one is just a little bigger. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue to glue this down on our card. You could use adhesive sheets, but you would have to use a pretty big piece for that center oval too. And my glue is running a little bit low, but there we go. So less is more with the green glue, but you really kind of have to use it with this because it is too narrow for other adhesives. So I'm just going to kind of center this on my card here. And you do have a little bit of wiggle room with the glue too to move it before it dries, but it does dry pretty fast. So, okay, there's that. Now I'm going to take this oval piece and we're going to add some of our flowers to this first because my stems might hang off the edge and we're going to trim those. So in your card kit, I am going to give you all of the stem and well, besides the very little leaves. So you have, let's see, 2 leaves, you have this leafy piece, and then you've got 2 stems, and I'm just going to give you all of them. And you can kind of decide how you want to arrange them on here, and you can trim and cut and do what you want. Karen says it's called pressed flowers. Thank you, Karen. I used to be so good with the names of everything, and I just am not anymore. My brain is holding too much other information. It got full and it can't remember all those names anymore. I should have looked ahead and written them down. All right. So I think I'm just going to kind of arrange these, and then we'll add the flowers. But same thing. It's okay if these hang off the edge. Some of these you could use adhesive sheets with too. But when you get them in your card kit, they're just going to be needing glue. So we will just kind of arrange them on here. Put a leaf over there. And you can lay it out with the flowers ahead of time if you want. I'm just going a little bit off of my sample, and we'll make it work. But you can sure lay them out ahead of time instead of just winging it like I'm doing. Yes, you do have me, Karen. Thank you. All right. I don't know exactly how I want this one to go. Maybe we'll cut this apart. Probably should do that before you add the glue if you're going to do it, but that's okay. Put that one there. I don't know if I'm even going to need this one. I only have 3 flowers, so we'll stick him off to the side. And one more leaf here we'll put down at the bottom. Like that. Okay. Now I've cut out some of the flowers. Now the cool thing about these, let me bring the dies back in. So you have this solid die, and this can be used to cut out some of the stamped images. And it can also be used with the center die that adds some texture. So that's what I did. I ran through the 2 together, so it cut the outline of the flower and then added this texture. And that's how all of them are, which is really cool. So same with the centers of the flowers. You can cut out the stamped image, or you can add that little texture piece in the middle. And I think that is so fun. These dies, like I said, are what sold me on this set. So we are going to add our flower centers to our flowers first. Now my finger's all sticky with glue, but I think I'm done with the green glue for now. We'll use a glue dot on this one. So I use the larger center for my 2 larger flowers, and then the smaller center for that smaller one. And anytime I cannot use the green glue, I don't use it. So glue dots I prefer. Okay, now the flowers we're going to add with dimensionals. So we'll just use a few for each one. And we will just kind of arrange them on here. It's okay if the flowers hang off the edge a little bit too. We are going to trim those stems that are hanging off the bottom though. That's why I did not attach this oval to my card yet. Let's see. I'll make this one go like that. And then this guy probably only needs one in the center. And we'll put that one down there. So we have, these are our 5 new in colors. Secret Sea is the dark blue, which is really, really pretty. Cloud Cover is the light blue. Those 2 are my favorite, and I think they go really well together. Then we have Strawberry Slush. That one wasn't in color in the past, and it's returning. I think everyone's really excited about that because it's a fun pink. And then we have Timid Tiger is the orange, and Darling Duckling is the yellow. You know what? I don't use orange and yellow as much, but when they're in the designer series papers, I use them. And I actually think all 5 of them look really good together. So I am excited about our in colors this year. I love bright colors, and I think some of these are bright. My second favorite is the cool colors like the blues. So these colors are right up my alley. All right, so I just trimmed those bottom ones, and now we're going to add this piece with dimensionals. So it kind of pops up from that border, and I really like that. You can also do two separate colors, so you could cut it out twice and have the border be one color and the center be a different color. Lots of options. I see myself using these dies quite a bit. Even not just the flowers, but these square ovals. Okay, then for our sentiment, I've cut this banner with our Stylish Shapes dies, and we are going to stamp with Secret C. And I'm going to take out my thanks stamp. I was a few minutes late to just start the video because I couldn't find my stamp set. And okay, if you watch me all the time, you're probably not surprised about that, but you know where it was? Right on the shelf where it was supposed to be. Imagine that. All right, so we've just got a thanks here, but you could use any sentiment that fits in this little banner. So like I said, my goal today is just to get new products in your hands for you to try. So if you get the card kit, my goal is not for you to have to buy every single stamp that I use. Try out the products and hold them in your hands and then decide what you want. And if you love it, you can add it to your order right away. I will tell you this bundle is the one I'm going to use for my card club this month because I absolutely love it. And so if you love it too, you might like my card club. I don't have that designed yet either, but it will be coming soon, I hope. Okay, now we cannot have a card without bling because that is just how I make my cards. You have to have bling, right? So these are new in color. They're called Flat Pearls. So we have them in this year's in colors, and then last year's in colors have a set of these pearls too, which are really pretty. And since we are using all 5 of the colors on the card, I think we're going to use all 5 of our colors of our pearls, and it's going to be beautiful. So if you are wanting to earn some party points, make sure you comment on the video, and you can let me know which of the new in colors is your favorite. I don't think I can, if I had to choose one, it probably actually would be the cloud cover. But Secret C and Strawberry Slush are close behind. So let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Or if you can't choose, I accept multiple answers. All right, so there is our first project today. I hope you like it. I hope you love these new colors. I will be back at 10:30 Arizona time. We're on Pacific time right now, so you can figure out what time that is in your time zone. And I will be back with our second project. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.